All right, so we're gonna start on this, but we will be working on this for the next week and a half probably. So the only thing we're gonna do today is step 1, step 2, and part of step 3. Nothing is due today. All right. So I know that Aiden, you said there was something going on with opening the graphic organizer. So what I'm going to do right now is put the graphic organizers in the chat. So that's part 1. And part 2 is going to upload to the chat. All right. Then I'm going to walk you through what this whole thing is. It's a paper, but you're doing it in graphic organizer format. So you're going to use multiple sources of information presented in different media or formats in order to address a question or solve a problem. You're going to research a topic and record research after answering specific research questions. And I just put some sites up here. We definitely will use Sweet Search and World Book Online. World Book Online is in Clever Portal, but I'm going to give you guys a real quick video on how to, first I'm going to show you how to get to World Book. So it's in Clever Portal. If you're out in Clever, you want to scroll down, and this is World Book Online. This is the app. When you click it, you're going to go to the student. So there's early learning kids. You want the student search engine, and it'll pull up that search engine for you. So that's that one. And this is sweetsearch.com. And you would just, of course, type in what you're looking for. Any questions so far? Okay. Devin says no. Nakia says no.
Let's take a look at how to find information on Student. The homepage offers 2 different ways to access content. First, begin with the standard search. Simply click in the search box and type what you're looking for. You can also click the microphone button and search by voice. Notice that the predictive search gives article suggestions as the user types keywords. Choosing one of these options will take you directly to the article. Or you can click the magnifying glass to bring up all search results related to that topic. Once you click search, it will bring you to this results page. The number of results will be listed in the top left. You can narrow your search results by format, such as articles, maps, images, and so on. Without even having to open the article, you can share the resource via Google Classroom or email, or save it as a PDF to your Drive or to your My Research account. If your search does not bring back the exact results you were looking for, you can search again using the box at the top of the page. As you saw, a standard search can bring back thousands of results. If you'd like to narrow your search even farther, click Advanced Search. Advanced Search allows you to search for a phrase, search for all of these words, search for any of these words, or search by date. You can also narrow your search by lexile measure to make sure the results match a student's reading level. If you don't know exactly what you're looking for, Advanced Search also contains 3 browse options. You can browse by subject, which divides resources into 8 major subjects and countless subtopics. This allows students to find what interests them, even if they're not looking for anything specific. You can also browse our Back in Time articles and our resource guides. Watch those videos for additional information.
Were you guys able to see that and hear it? All right. All right, so we're going to do one video on Sweet Search in just.
Wanted to talk to you for a few minutes about sweetsearch.com and why it's a great alternative to Googling. Sweetsearch.com is a website that is internet search engine that's put together by librarians and other educators, meaning they look at every single website that is listed. So we know right off the bat that it's a valid, reliable, credible website. So let's go take a look at it. You can just type in sweetsearch.com or go through the library website. My sample search is Abraham Lincoln. These are the results that I'm getting. And I like how it breaks it down a little bit so that you don't have to click on every single link. You can look and see what is inside the page without actually going to the page. But, sometimes you do want to go into the pages and see too. So this first site is the Lincoln President's Library. And this information right here leads me to believe that it's not really anything that I can use for my research paper. But if I go down to this website, this looks a little bit better. Looks like there's a lot of facts. So you can click anywhere in here and it'll pop up the website over on the side so that you can keep your research screen open but yet look at the different sites. So I think that's a really neat feature that you can't do in Google. Okay, so this has a lot of good facts about the president. I'm going to be able to use a lot of this in my paper. So let's just say that I've taken my notes and this is a website that I'm going to use, which means I need to cite it. Remember, everything is cited. So I'm going to go over here to the left now, and I just need to click in one of the boxes. I don't need to click in all of the boxes, and I will show you what we do now. You can close the preview. Come over here to the right where these tools are. The third one, this little green button, allows you to share this information. So let's click on that. And the place that we're going to share it is actually EasyBib. Most of you know that EasyBib is a place where you go and you cite your sources. So we're going to click on EasyBib. EasyBib opens in another window. And then look how it's automatically inserted that website information into EasyBib. All we have to do here is click on Create Citation, and here we have it. Now all I have to do with that is copy and paste that into my works cited. This is the neatest feature about Sweet Search, and I encourage all of you to try it. I wanted to talk to you for a few minutes.
All right, so that's that one. The first thing we're going to do next is go over to, well, the next thing, not first thing. So step one is, if you haven't done that, you pick a topic: technology, sports equipment, clothing, or food. Let me know in the chat which one you're going to go with. Oh, you couldn't hear? I'm sorry, but it's just real low. I'll put the video in the chat when we get back to the main page if you want to go back and view it on your own. So right now, choose a topic that you're going to do. Technology, sports equipment, clothing, or food. And tell me in the chat. Okay, clothing. Whichever one you go with, it's up to you. So the second thing you're going to do is once you choose your topic, you will search for articles online to help you answer those questions. So I want you to use Sweet Search and World Book Online. All right, now these are your questions, no matter which topic you chose. But what you have to remember to do, you have to remember to plug in that topic in the sentences, in the research questions. So if yours is clothing, and I'm going to put it in the chat, are clothing advertisements aimed at teens effective? See how that works? So whichever one you go with, you've got to remember to plug the topic into the research question. If it were food, are food advertisements aimed at teens effective? The same thing. All right. Step 3, and this is all we're going to work on today. Remember, you're not turning in anything in this folder. So step 3, as you locate information, record your research articles using the graphic organizer part 1. So can you guys see the organizer on my page, on my screen rather? No, you don't see it? Okay. I'm not sure why, Akia, but not to worry. I've put them in the chat so you can just scroll up and download 1 and 2. So this is part 1. So part 1, you're answering the questions. Are advertisements aimed at teenagers effective, and are they ethical? Remember to plug in your topic in these questions. Once you find articles, and we'll talk about what constitutes as a source in just a second, you're going to write your response, right? Your response needs to be 2 to 3 sentences. I think that's how it is. And then you type your response in that space that's provided for response. Okay, and then your articles and your sources are going to go down here. So the title of the article or the source, the URL where you found the source, and the date that you found it. And then you're going to write a central idea. Just 1 sentence tops for the central idea. Put a 1 in the chat if you understand so far, because it's a multi-step process. Good. Now let's talk about what constitutes a source. And let me go back to the original slide that I was showing you. And I'm going to put it in the chat and I want you to answer. Are YouTube videos considered a source? Yes. Okay. They are. Anybody else? Devin says yes. I happen to agree, as long as you do what? Well, first, as long as it's as long as the information is. I'm waiting for your responses to come up. You name the source, and as long as the information being presented in the video is what? Is accurate. Here's another one. Are film and TV shows good sources, and can you cite them using MLA? Yep, depends on what they're covering. I agree. They may be, yep. Because remember, the objective says use multiple sources of information presented in different media. So you got to go back to the question of what is media? Well, media is what we're talking about: film, TV shows, YouTube. My point being is that all of your sources do not have to be articles, because you can cite film, TV, and interviews, even radio shows. You can cite all of that. So you need 5 sources, and you need, in those 5 sources, at least one non-article. Make sense? And then you're going to put your articles in that first, your links in that first graphic organizer. So you can start on that today. I don't expect you to be finished with it. And if there is nothing else, I am going to put you back in the regular room with the other students, and you guys can mute your mics and work. But before we go, any questions? Put those in the chat. Okay, just wait, let's see. Ask me when we get back there.